Little disclaimer here in the beginning, this is not scripted, I'm just yapping. Okay, thank you, enjoy the video. Approximately 3 years ago from now, I made a video titled Top 10 Saddest Warrior Cats Deaths, which featured 10 drawings made by me, yours truly, illustrating the 10 deaths that I personally found the saddest in this aforementioned book series. These drawings are very rushed and also old, so I thought, why not redraw them? Disclaimer, I 100% stole both the original idea and this idea from Northblowo, so credits to her for that. Anyway, because I am not a masochist, I will not be doing 10 drawings. I would die! I'll just be doing top 3. So sorry to all the Longtail, Tall Star, Fire Star, Blue Star, Snowfur, Moonflower, and Mosket fans. I like these characters too, believe me. Like Longtail, he's my baby, he's my man. But he shall not be drawn today. I do have a short where I redraw the Longtail drawing, so like, go watch that one, thank you. Anyway, moving on to the point of this fucking video. When redrawing White Storm's drawing, I wanted to improve 2 things. One, I wanted to make like clear what the background was. Originally, it was just like green and some brown rectangles. And this is supposed to be at 4 trees, so I gave it like some of the Wind Clan territory in the background. I thought that was better. I also wanted to cover him in blood, because I remember in the books it was described like you could barely see the white underneath all the blood, and he just has a tiny slit in the original drawing, so I gave him more blood. Also, I decided to draw Bone, leaving his dead body behind, because, I mean, Bone was the one to, unalive White Storm, so that's what I did. I also wanted to make White Storm look more fluffy than in the original. You'll see me experimenting with the amount of detail in the background a lot, but I just decided to not put a lot of detail in the Wind Clan territory and put a lot of detail in the grass, actually at the 4 trees. And yeah, you'll see that I have a little bit of a different style for every single one of these drawings, honestly. And that is because I did not like drawing in this style. I mean, this was fun for a single color cat, but the other cats are not single color, and that would be hell on earth. So I changed the style for the next one, and then that style, it didn't resonate with me. I did not like that style, so I changed it again. But like, yeah, this took a lot of polishing to make it look anywhere near good. But I am happy with the final result. I think it looks very nice. I think that the blood looks more realistic than in the old one. And I also think the pose looks better. I think it just looks more natural this way. I also like the addition of Bone. I think it's a nice subtle way of hinting at the actual scene that this takes place in. I also think I've just improved in general, but yeah. Moving on to Grey Wing. So, I wanted to bring, I don't remember her name, and I don't want to look it up, so I think her name is Slate. It's probably not. Anyway, his mate, this gray cat. I wanted to bring her closer to him, because she was just kind of in the corner, and I didn't like that, so I brought her closer, and this other cat, who I think is supposed to be Shaded Moss, maybe. I brought him closer as well to because he's taking Greywing to StarClan Cat Heaven, right? So I wanted him to be a bit closer. And of course, Slate, or whatever her name is very sad. I think in the original, she doesn't look that sad. So I made her look more sad. Also, I improved the poses, of course. I made them look more natural. And Shaded Moss is just kind of there. He's smiling, because I had a vision when I was drawing this, but I don't remember what that vision was. So, just accept that he's smiling. Also, I think Greywing had a little smile in the original. I wanted to give him a little smile in this one as well, but he covered up his mouth with his pose, so couldn't do that. But I think he looks very peaceful. That's what I wanted to achieve with this. And yeah, I've made a redraw of this in which I colored Shaded Moss, but I didn't want to do that. I just made him kind of shiny. And I made his lines green because I believe that's what his eye color is. Now this style, it was okay, right? It was fine, but this is lineless and I like doing line art, so I did line art for the last drawing because I thought that would be more fun to do. Also this, now I know more about cat, like, coat patterns, and I don't love the way I did Greywing, but I'll live with it, I suppose. I do like this more than the original. I like the background more. I added more details to the background, and I think it looks nice. Moving on to Willow Breeze. This was smooth sailing, mostly. Of course, I wanted to make Crooked Star, like, look more sad. He just looks kind of depressed. In the old one, I wanted to make him look like his mate just fucking died. So, yeah, I also brought him closer. But I wanted him to be, like in a sort of internal panic, so I didn't have him be, like, laying his head on top of her like I had Slate do. Because, you know, he's just like, no, come back, I can't do this without you, or something, I don't know. So I feel like this post gives that a little bit more. I also made Willow Breeze fluffy, because I believe she was described that way. I can't remember, actually. You'll see once we get to the coloring phase that at first I made Crooked Star Mackerel, but he's described as huge, so I changed it. I made him classic, and I kept Willow Breeze Mackerel, I think. Now this background I like a lot more than the original background. I think the original backgrounds in my drawings from 3 years ago are very flat, and they were kind of a last minute addition. Here I made them with everything in mind, and I think they look a lot better. I also like the way I colored Willow Breeze. I think she looks very nice and soft and like herself. Here you can see the mackerel being changed to classic, like this. I also pulled up a reference because I cannot draw classic tatties. But I think it turned out pretty nice. I also struggled a lot with his jaw. Like a lot, but I think it looks decent. Now Willow Kit, I believe, is described as smoky black, which I took to mean that she's a black smoke cat. Which it could just mean that she's black, but I made her a smoke because her mom has that inhibitor. And this is the style that I really like to draw in. The one that I made the Crooked Star and Willow Breeze drawing in. I love that style so much. I also gave Willow Breeze eye bags because she died of illness, and I thought that was fitting. Overall, I think this drawing is my favorite out of the three that I made because the colors are more desaturated. I like them a lot more. And, I mean, they are slightly different, the styles that I made all these three drawings in, but, like, I think you can tell that they were made by the same artist, and I think that's enough. This was, as always, a lot of fun. So if you have old drawings, go on and redraw them now. Bye!